4 days since the Sanatan Dharma cauldron was first stirred, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today for the first time weighed in on the debate. As per sources in a meeting with his Council of Ministers, the PM sent out a clear message to the leaders present. Take on the vilifiers of Sanatan and counter this criticism with facts. This comes even as two of India bloc leaders, Udhayanidhi Stalin, Priyank Kharge, have been booked for outraging religious feelings. And an FIR has been filed against the two in Rampur, Uttar Pradesh. However, both leaders have dug in their heels, with Congress President's son saying that what he was speaking about wasn't Hinduism in particular.
I don't care, they can do what they want. My statement is very, very clear. It's not against any particular religion. I have very clearly stated that any religion that does not preach equality, that does not ensure the dignity of a human being is embedded in that philosophy, it is not a religion according to me.
These remarks come even as seniors in the Congress have been seemingly walking a tightrope while trying to sidestep the anti-Hindu tag after the storm triggered by its India bloc ally, the DMK. There are more within party ranks who continue to disparage Sanatan Dharma. Listen first to G. Parmeshwar, the minister in Karnataka, who has questioned the very origins of Hinduism.
ಹಿಂದೂ ಧರ್ಮ ಯಾವಾಗ ಹುಟ್ಟಿತು, ಯಾರು ಹುಟ್ಟಿಸಿದ್ರು ಹಿಂದೂ ಧರ್ಮ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆ ಬಿದ್ದಿದೆ, ತೆಗೆದಿಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್. ಬೌದ್ಧ ಧರ್ಮ ಈ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟುತ್ತೆ, ಜೈನ ಧರ್ಮ ಈ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟುತ್ತೆ, ಹೊರಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಇಸ್ಲಾಂ ಧರ್ಮ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತ ಧರ್ಮ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲದರ ವಿಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆ ಮತ್ತು ಸಾರಾಂಶ ಮನುಕುಲಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗಬೇಕು.
As if this wasn't enough, his leader in Karnataka cabinet, the chief minister himself, went on to recount an incident from the past to allege that discrimination takes place in temples. This incident that he recounted was from a temple in Karnataka, where Siddaramaiah said that he was asked to take off his shirt before he entered as an act of discrimination, a charge that has now been fact-checked.
ನಾವು ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ ಒಂದು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಬಿಚ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಬೇರೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಇವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕೈ ಮುಗಿದ್ರು, ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೆಲವರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಬಿಚ್ಚ. ಈ ಆಚರಣೆ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಆಚರಣೆ ದೇವರ ದೃಷ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಮಾನವೀಯವಾದಂತ ಆಚರಣೆ. ದೇವರ ದೃಷ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಂದೇ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕುವೆಂಪು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ,
it's very unfortunate if a CM is airing such non-factual statements. As we all know, Kerala follows a tantric sampradaya in temples, and everyone is required to take off the shirts, not only any particular people, or there is no privilege and no discrimination in this. I hope Sri Siddaramaiah, who is the chief minister of a state, will rethink on his statement and don't defame Hindu temples and don't defame Hindu community and Kerala. And it is very unfortunate that people are using lies, half-truths to denigrate, demean and defame Hindu faith. I hope he will have a rethinking. There is no such thing in Kerala, especially being a Malayali and a Keralite. I know it.
Amid the slew of criticism from Congress leaders targeting Hinduism and Sanatan Dharma, the BJP, it's very clear, has been given clear instructions by the Prime Minister and is again asking specifically of the Congress, can you simply distance yourself from the calls being given against Sanatan when your own leaders are making inflammatory comments?
विशेषकर मैं कांग्रेस पार्टी से, कि आपके नेता अगर मिस्टर परमेश्वर ये कहते हैं और आपके अलायंस सहयोगी उदयनिधि ये कहते हैं कि हिंदू धर्म एक डिजीज है, तो मैं याद दिलाना चाहता हूं कि एटम बम के आविष्कारक रॉबर्ट ओपेनहाइमर को गीता में प्रेरणा नजर आती है। एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर देने वाले नील्स बोर ने अपनी किताब में लिखा है कि मैं उपनिषदों को पढ़ता था। मान्यवर, अगर इन सारे लोगों को इसमें ज्ञान नजर आ रहा है और इस कांग्रेस के लोगों को और इस गठबंधन के लोगों को इसमें डिजीज नजर आ रही है, तो डिजीज इनके दिमाग में आ गई है, उसमें नहीं है।
Anila Singh, spokesperson of the BJP, joins us along with Ratan Shah, the author, advocate Kapil Madan, political analyst, and Ravi Srivastav, also political analyst. Advocate Kapil Madan, how can the Congress also say that, we are distancing ourselves from M.K. Stalin's comments when their own leaders are making such comments?
So, Padmaja, look, the official statement of the Congress, they very well clarified that, they believe and they respect all the religion, be it any religion. And now let me make a very, very specific argument what Stalin has said. Now, it is not in dispute that what Stalin was, trying to, make a point. Perhaps he could have used or he could have, be a little careful in his choice of words. What he was trying to address.
Sir, let's leave aside M.K. Stalin. I am asking you only about what Congress leaders, bona fide Congress leaders have said. What people like Priyank Kharge have said, what people like Mr. Parmeshwara have said, what people like Siddaramaiah have said. Now you can't hide behind what Udhayanidhi Stalin has said. Congress leaders are saying it.
No, I think, Padmaja, you should refer
Mr.
to
Parmeshwara
the
has
official
said,
statement.
Today, Mr. Parmeshwara has been quoted as saying, nobody knows the roots of Hinduism. But maybe you don't know the roots of Hinduism, other people do.
So, Padmaja, I think the point that we should be addressing here is the problem which are prevalent in the society, and that's exactly what Mr. Kharge said. When Priyank Kharge was making a remark, he said that if there is any religion that does not promote equality, or if there is any caste-related discrimination in any religion, now can you tell me something? Do you find any kind of fault in the logic given by Priyank Kharge? Is it not proper that if any particular religion or a practice has
okay, so let me ask you, which religion promotes inequality?
So all I am trying to say here is that we have seen instances where where there exists caste discrimination, and those caste discrimination should be called out and should be addressed.
So you will wipe out an entire religion. So let's take your word for it. So you will eradicate a religion because some inequalities exist in it. Is that it? Is that what you're saying?
No, I am not saying that. I am not saying that, and that's the reason why I said that Stalin had to be a little careful when he was making a remark.
No, but Priyank Kharge pretty much reiterated what Stalin said.
He never used any religion.
No, so he said a religion that promotes inequality is a disease. Which religion promotes inequality? Which religion says, hello, we must have inequality?
Now there are many practices. There are many dogmas exist in the society in the name of religion.
Which society?
You go and you check. There are fake babas.
Which society?
There are fake. So Padmaja.
Which society? Why are you beating around the bush?
It is. No, I am not beating around the bushes. I am not beating around the bushes. You will, try to, incite, make me make any kind of, irresponsible remark. I will not make that remark.
Why would I ask you to make any irresponsible remark? I actually want you to make a more pointed comment of what you're trying to say. Priyank Kharge says any religion that promotes inequality. My question is, which religion promotes inequality? Who in their right mind will promote inequality?
So Padmaja, let me make my point, and let me, I will try to answer and will try to make good my point. We've seen instances where there are so-called religious leaders who proclaim themselves to be the religious leader were given open rape threats. Now, the point is that it is those kind of people who claim that, they are the religious preacher or they are the torchbearer of any particular religion, those needs to be called out. And what is wrong in that?
So then they should have been called out. I mean, I'm sorry, who are these people who are giving threats? Are you talking about the people who are giving threats to Nupur Sharma?
Bajrang Muni gave those threats. He calls himself a religious leader. He gave those threats and he was arrested also.
Okay, first
is it not true? Now tell me something. Can a person?
It is still very interesting that of all the people who have given threats of rape and death and murder, the one man you could remember is some random Bajrang Muni, but you don't actually remember people who made videos showing the actual beheading of Nupur Sharma. You know that a man in Kashmir actually made a video which graphically showed how he would behead her, right?
Padmaja,
he too was arrested. Do you remember his name?
I supported that kind of statement? Did anyone from the Congress party supported that kind of an act?
But here's the thing,
sir. What kind of excuse is this?
Here's the thing. In the last 5 minutes, you yourself, when pressed, could come up with one name, and it was Bajrang Muni. Here's my point. When you try and hide behind excuses saying, I wasn't referring to any religion, Ratan Sharda, respond to this. The argument being given now is, it was basically talking about social evils. So to try and attack any party, including the Congress party, saying, oh, you are targeting Sanatan is unfair. They were also speaking against inequality.
Well, first of all, I would like to remind him that when Nupur Sharma was threatened and Sarsa campaign became very viral, and at that time, Congress justified it saying that इनको hurt हुआ, Nupur ने ऐसा नहीं बोलना चाहिए था. Now coming to more serious issue, his typical example of intellectualism trying to masquerade as a justification for rationalism, he's not beating around the bush. He's sitting inside the bush. Because when he says, be careful, I'll quote what this fellow said, Stalin said about Sanatan Dharma, dengue, mosquitoes, malaria, corona, which should be eliminated. We have to eradicate Sanatan Dharma rather than oppose it. And what did Hitler say about Jews? Raise tuberculosis of the people, ferment of social decay, bacillus, virus, toxin, consumption, parasite, which has infected Nazi Germany's body politic. The ultimate goal should be to remove the Jews from altogether. What is the difference between two genocidal statements? Please tell me. You can keep on saying inequality or inequality. Do you know that in Christianity there is inequality in India? There is casteism there. In Goa, no non-Brahmin could become bishop for so long because now there is no Brahmin available. There, the GSB specifically. You know, in Kerala there is separate church for scheduled caste, scheduled tribe. 13 kind of churches. Don't go anywhere. In Islam, there are 72 sects which are existing only in India, out of which one doesn't go to another mosque. Has anybody guts to talk about that inequality?
Okay, Kapil Madan, silence is consent. Silence is consent. Just a second, and Ratan Sharda is saying it is a genocidal call. Nothing less, nothing more.
So I don't agree with what Mr. Sharda is saying. What he was trying, perhaps yes, I agree with you, Padmaja, to this extent that you should have been a little more careful with his choice of words when he's speaking on a sensitive topic. I agree with you to that extent. So, Mr. Sharda, why are you interrupting? Did I interrupt it when you were speaking? What is this problem? You are such a learned, experienced debater. Why do you interrupt in between?
Go on.
Why don't you? So all I'm trying to say here, Padmaja, is that yes, he should have been careful when he was making this statement, but you are, trying to deviate the point that he was trying to make. And I think Priyank Kharge reiterated it. It is the inequality, discrimination, casteism that we should be, calling out, and we should be addressing so that we have an egalitarian society.
Right. Very quick, Ratan Sharda, and then I want to bring in Anila Singh. Yes.
I clearly talked about inequality in other religions. Has any of the Congress person ever brought it out? Have they ever discussed it? Have they put any debate on that? No, sorry, they will not do it. Because only Hindus don't talk of retaliation, so they can keep on hammering Hindus, they can keep on abusing Hindus. Father son of Kharge, what did Kharge Senior say? He said that if Modi comes again, you will have Sanatan Dharma Rajya, so Modi must be stopped. What kind of statement is this? So you have basically hate for Hindus. You will present in a different form all through the 70 years, but now today you are exposed because it is so open that you don't find words. You should simply have totally condemned the statement and said we'll walk out of the alliance if you use this language. But
is this about an ideological posture, Anila Singh, or is this now made into a good political issue that you've latched onto?
My Ram to all. संकट के इस घोर तिमर में कैसे जीता जाए द्वंद, दूजी ओर गद्दार खड़े हैं और साथ उनके जय चंद. So this is the reality of this dotted India alliance, because they very well believe in one thing and they share that ideology altogether. That is hatred towards Hindu, Hindutva, Sanatan, whatever you want to say, you can coin the name. And because of that, one of the leaders will say something, other leader will come out and say something, and rest four will come and advocate for what that person has said. Kuputra of Stalin, he stated something. Then Kuputra of Kharge, he came for...
Okay, please let's not make personal comments about anyone. No, this is not okay. Please. No. Please refer to them, but not as Kuputra anything. Make your comment, but please, no personal comments.
Even I don't like Padmaja when they say something regarding...
Which is fine, ma'am, but that still is not okay to abuse them. Please, let's stick to the topic.
They can
Yes.
have the right to speech, then it is my right, ma'am.
Abusing somebody is not right to speech. Go on.
Tomorrow you can say, why Duryodhan? He should be called Suryodhan. It is my right. I can very well call them Kuputra, because they are Kuputra. How dare they are insulting Sanatan? And let me tell you one thing very clearly on your channel, that sentiments of Hindus, the sentiments of Hindus are above Bharatiya Janata Party and RSS as well. So why, whenever a topic comes regarding the Hindu Devi Devtas or religious books of Hindus, immediately they start saying, "Arey, इनको तो मुद्दा मिल गया." Just now even you mentioned it. इनको तो मुद्दा मिल गया. देवी देवता और हिंदू के बारे में बात करना चाहते हैं. They want to gain some political brownies from it. Of course not. We have been very, very clear. Very clear.
Ravi Srivastava, it's about ideology, not politics. And if today parties are going to launch an attack unthinkingly, they are going to be countered. That's what the Prime Minister has said. Stick to facts, but counter.
This is absolutely, as far as the language is concerned, it is crude. I condemn that. But the content, which Udhayanidhi has said, is absolutely correct. Sanatan Dharma has got nothing to boast about except the discrimination, inequality, chua-chut, superstition, and all kind of ills. And Dravidian philosophy is different. They have been opposing it for ages. Even when the BJP was having alliance with the DMK, these people did not realize that what are the views of DMK. Today they have woken up because Udhayanidhi has said certain words about it. So Sanatan Dharma is nothing very special about it, and he has not said about any eradication, genocide. He has said about eradication.
What is the difference between the two? Just as you know, out of curiosity, what is the difference between eradication and genocide?
Absolutely. Poverty eradication does not mean that you eliminate poor
Obviously,
people.
because poverty is not a living thing. But if you say, let's eradicate dogs from this country, or you eradicate lambs from this country, you are basically going to cull them. It calls for culling.
No, it's not culling.
You finish, you exterminate, you get rid of.
No, the matter is in Supreme Court. It is sub judice. Let the Honorable Court take a decision about it. Eradication does not mean genocide or does not mean culling at all. This is incorrect. This
all
is
right. From philosophical arguments to now we have come down to parsing the grammar of what was actually meant. I suppose that will also be applied now to what G. Parmeshwar has said when he said nobody really knows where Hinduism came from. What do we even know about its roots? To Mr. Siddaramaiah saying that I was told to take off my shirt because it was an act of discrimination in a temple. But for people who know what the truth is, I think it's up to them to make their decision.